What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we are going to talk more about Dune from Denis Villeneuve. I made a video talking about the article and the news that there was going to be a gender swap in the upcoming film Dune from Denis Villeneuve, and I heard from a lot of people. I heard a lot of opinions, both for what I was saying and against what I was saying. And I heard a lot of respectful opinions that disagreed with my take, and I also heard a lot of people just screaming into the Twitter world because Jeremy made another video talking about SJWs. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And then they literally didn't watch the video, yet they came to conclusions about what I was saying. And I found that to be the most entertaining part of it. If you're talking about me, I am doing my job. It doesn't really matter what you're saying, but I just laugh at those weirdos. But when it comes to the people that do disagree with me and their intent is to try to have a conversation and maybe educate me on something that I clearly said I didn't know anything about in terms of Dune, I was just judging based on the news that we got. And I have heard from a few people. Jeff the Iron Wolf is part of the Fandom Menace. He made a video. Now, again, Jeff doesn't have a huge tent channel, and I just wanted to show, I've watched all of Jeff's video. It's 13 minutes long, and Jeff did a good job of breaking down his point of view, which I very much respected. He did not agree with what I said, and he didn't agree with my take, and that's perfectly fine. And he knows more about Dune than I do. But I still don't fully agree with him even after hearing his take on it based on what I have heard from Denis Villeneuve himself. And of course, this is in the woke time of Hollywood. So again, while I'm not saying that Jeff is wrong, and I'm not saying any Dune fans are wrong, and they're far more educated on this than me. And let me be clear, because this is a part that no one is going to clip, because they love to clip things that I say out of context. This is one that they're not going to clip, the ones that hate me. I hope I'm wrong about Dune. I hope that it is a fantastic movie, and all of these concerns that I am sharing are much to do about nothing. I hope that I am wrong. Time will tell, but my concerns are valid, and that is what I'm talking about. We will see. But if you're looking for someone that is going to talk to you about Dune lore and all of these other things, I'm not your guy. I'm here to talk about the identity politics aspect of this and give you my opinion based on what I've seen from Hollywood. I'm the guy that gave Lucasfilm a pass for The Force Awakens, all right? I'm the guy who looked past it. I looked past all of the worries, all of the concerns, all of the red flags, because I wanted to see great Star Wars, and it bit me in my ass. So when I see things that are concerning of me, I'm going to point them out. I'm not always right. I'm not always wrong. I'm just a guy giving my opinion. Now, this specific article is from Bounding into Comics, and one thing that I did not like about what was said was, it talked about it right here. Brewster, who's the actress that's playing Kynes, and I did get that name wrong, and I heard from a lot of you that I got a lot of the names wrong, and that's fine. What Denny had stated to me, and this is it right here, what Denny had stated to me was there was a lack of female characters in his cast, and he has always been very feminist, pro-women, and wanted to write the role for a woman. That is a concerning line to me, because that means you're trying to bring your real world representation and your politics into it. So that jumped out. There's also the line where he talked about, capitalism and oil and exploitation. And again, if that's fine, if that's what happens within the movie, but when you're bringing your real world agenda into it, it's a problem. So I started looking a little further into it. Now, I like Denis Villeneuve. I've liked all of his films so far. So even with Denis Villeneuve having these views, it hasn't taken away from my enjoyment of his movies up to this point. And hopefully that's going to be the case with Dune. But it still does not change the fact that there is reason to be concerned. So I looked at another few interviews from him, and this is from Blade Runner 2049, responds to critique of female characters. The film is about today, and I'm sorry, but the world is not kind on women. Denis Villeneuve said. So we're starting to see a little bit more going on. Now here's Arrival, a film that I enjoyed, and Amy Adams is in it, and I think Amy Adams is a fantastic actress. I loved this movie. I didn't like her as Lois Lane, but that's another discussion for another time. Denis Villeneuve on Arrival leans into strong heroines, and you read this article and it's all about Denis Villeneuve and his feminist ideas and how much he respects women and all of that other stuff. So, yeah. The point I'm making is I have every reason to be concerned, and I am concerned. Now, I'm not concerned from a standpoint of I'm a Dune fan. I am a Denis Villeneuve fan. And again, I think my favorite film that he has done is Prisoners. Fantastic movie. My gosh, what an incredible movie. But he has a pretty strong fan base. And again, if you look at all of the movies he's made up to this point, your Blade Runner 2049, your Arrivals, Sicario, Prisoners, and he's made more than I've seen. I haven't seen all of his movies, but his agenda, his personal agenda, has not messed with his films up to this point. So hopefully that's going to be the case with Blade Runner 2049. I'm sorry, I'm reading the tabs up. Hopefully it's going to be the case with Dune. Hopefully it's not going to affect anything, but the concern is still valid based on the fact that I keep hearing people say this Kynes character, changing the gender of this character does not impact the story at all. Let me repeat that one more time. Changing the gender of the character does not impact the story at all. So then why is the gender of the character being changed? If it has no impact on the story whatsoever, then that can only mean one thing, that there are things beyond the story that they are trying to use that for, to set a tone, to tell their side of the political story, to push their agenda. That is my problem with it. Maybe it won't hurt the movie at all, but I have a reason to be concerned. I appreciate the ones out there that know how to have a respectful disagreement and talk to someone and try to educate someone that admittedly doesn't know anything about Dune. I also appreciate the support that's out there because the video widely was well received. But even with the people that disagreed with me, a lot of those people were willing to just have a conversation. And then there was the same old song and dance from the screeching soy boys on Twitter. And those are the most hilarious ones of all because they're never going to be happy. They're never going to be convinced. They're just there to be angry. They're just there to scream. They're just there to get tweets and likes and retweets on Twitter. That is their mission in life. And if you have to use me and these screenshots of my videos to get that, I say go for it because it only helps me. Because what's going to happen is the weirdos that follow you are still going to feel like they feel, but you're still going to open me up to an even bigger audience, and I appreciate that. So again, time will tell what happens, but I have very valid reasons to have these concerns, as do a lot of other fans, and then there are also fans of Dune that aren't concerned. So ultimately, we will see where it all plays out. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video. Solo lost money, Raylos are weird, and we will talk to you later.